So I'm Helena, I'm from Norway, I'm in my third year at BA Media Production. So yeah, I did a placement year, so I moved to England 3 years ago. Been loving it. Right, so we're in the Upper Gardens, which is part of like Bournemouth Centre sort of thing. They have like a whole long park. So coming from Norway, I really like nature, and you're usually just surrounded by nature and trees and everything all the time. It's usually just walk out the back of the house and you're basically in the forest, and I don't have that as much here, so that's why I like finding those little pockets of nature to go and just relax in, breathe a little bit. So basically, just going abroad was a choice I made because I went on a exchange year in my second to last year of high school. And I really, really enjoyed it. I went to Texas for that one. So I was like, I really want to travel out of Norway again and have that experience of coming to a new culture and learning new stuff and using English more. But I didn't want to go as far away from Norway this time because I was going to be away for a longer time. I'm going to miss my family. So that's why I kind of landed on England. And then I just went to a conference in Norway where they had just loads of different universities. So about 4 from England. And I met a guy from Bournemouth. And I didn't know what I wanted to study at that point. So we just talked through all the courses, and he really sold me on it. I ended up applying to more than just Bournemouth, but in the end, Bournemouth was the one that I just fell in love with, really. University-wise, it's very different because in England, universities are very focused on the social aspect and having societies and clubs and all of that, whereas in Norway, it's very much university is the academic bit, and then you do the socializing on your own afterwards. Nobody lives in halls, there's no clubs. I haven't gone to university in Norway, but what I hear from my friends. And so it's very different. But the one thing that they have there is they have a sort of freshers-ish thing, but it's much more focused on older students teaching the younger students. Just the one good thing that we don't have here. But elsewise, I think the community here is much stronger and the study feeling and the feeling of being a student. I think English people are a lot easier to talk to. They open up much easier, whereas Norwegians, they're a little bit close, but when they open up, they're really cool. So yeah, I think it's just much more open and friendly and talkative. Much more of a pub culture, which I love, just hanging out in a pub and having a few beers, which is harder to do in Norway, not as common. That's the thing I really love. What I miss most is the food and the nature. I love just being able to drive an hour and then go hiking or go skiing. I miss the winter, I miss the snow, because there's no snow. So if I want to find something really specific, there's a shop in London that I love called Scandi Kitchen, and they do ship food everywhere, so it's actual products from home. It's a bit expensive, obviously, because it's imported, but I do that every once in a while for a treat when I really miss home, especially at Christmas when I eat all the Christmas food. But then otherwise, I just try to adapt it as much as possible. If you need a specific cut of meat, you can go to the butchers if that's not a common thing to sell here. Haven't really done that, but I know it's a possibility. But most things you can just adapt with, all the ingredients you can usually find. I think it wasn't too difficult to adapt in the beginning because it's not that different. There's a few things. It's all the little cultural things in socializing, mostly the slang and the words. I didn't know what a priest was, even though we have a priest. I've been to a priest before. I just didn't know it was called priest. So it's a little bit of learning the words on how to communicate with people. But I don't think it was too hard to find friends. I think the difficult part is just going out and finding them and actually not being scared of speaking English and doing all that stuff. But they're very much there, and living in halls makes it so easy because they're just all around you, and people are super open to everybody wants to get to know you in first year, which is why it's easy to move here and go to university because everybody just wants to socialize. Yes, I think make friends with English people. Meeting people from your own country is really great, and having that little piece of home is awesome, but make friends with as much as English people as possible because that helps you integrate in the culture and learn more and actually enjoy the experience and not just be stuck in your own little bubble. It makes you step out of your comfort zone, learn all that new things, and really just push yourself as much as possible from the beginning because it's really just about going out there and everybody is really lovely. And just explore the area, the people, the opportunities, try as much as possible because it's all going to be new, even though it seems weird sometimes. It ends up being good usually.